back to the bag. Now, a point that I've skipped in this progression in teaching each punch as compared to the opening, the jab, I haven't been demonstrating these punches necessarily with gloves on, but without bag. I have enough confidence in you that I don't necessarily believe that you need that piece for each of the four. As has been the case thus far, we're going to open our combo on this bag exactly as we did during Mimic or Shadow. If you exercise fundamentals as you have been in shadowing and mimic what I've taught you, it'll play out beautifully on this bag. I can't stress enough, you're going to get drawn into power punching just because of how much hitting this thing foams your mouth, right? And you've got to resist that temptation. Power will come with a fundamentally sound strike over time. And ironically, it won't be because you start gunning up from the waist up. It'll come from the fact that you learn to utilize your hips more and more effectively over time. Okay? The other irony is that when you throw the hook, you're not going to make the contact every time with the bag that you did with the jab and the straight right. Reason being is, unlike a bag, the human head protrudes a little bit. The points of impact for the hook are typically the chin or the outer crest of that mandible, okay? This guy's, Frank Flatface here, okay? So we gotta accept the fact that if we throw a hook, once in a while, it might catch the bag, but sometimes, even effectively thrown, it might graze. And that's all right, because that would still connect on a real human head. So, here we are. Left jab, straight right, hip is open again, boom. I turned it over. That was a case where I grazed. If you want the effect of hitting the bag, when you take that step for your left hook, just exaggerate it a little bit. I still don't know that it has to be as far as the left jab, but just a teeny little push. It's like closing the distance just a bit more in the pocket. You'll connect. I'm still not winging out here. 1, 2. I'm still just turning that and bringing that elbow forward. As you can see, some will graze, some will land, and that's just the nature of this punch as compared to its straight counterparts that preceded it. 1, 2, 3. In each case, hips are loaded and reloaded. If you cheat on the previous punch, in essence, if I throw the straight right, I loaded this with the jab, but all I use is my arm on the straight right, and I don't really unload that hip. The right side is still loaded. The left hasn't been reloaded because I didn't come through with the right hip. So now when I go to throw that hook, I'm out of range and I don't have the power that it should accompany it because that hip wasn't reloaded. So what I mean by that is, load the right, load the left, boom. You're turning over. Again, I've demonstrated punches without throwing them. Left jab, boom. Straight right, boom. Hook, boom. Turn over on it, boom. Okay? In each case, the hips are generating the power. My hope for you is the deeper you find yourself in this series, these 4 punches and their progression, the more natural it'll become. Because if you've thrown the one previously correctly, you won't be able to help but find yourself in the right position to throw the next. A few more with these 3 as one. Check out.